What's up, everybody? So I'm enjoying my glass of wine as this evening kind of comes to an end. Merry Christmas, by the way. So yeah. So I thought I would go like real quick over my kind of Christmas EDC, as I thought I'm carrying the entire day. Let me just start off with my watch. By the way, I'm enjoying a red wine from Germany from 2012. It's really good. Yeah, so I'm wearing my Citizen Eco Drive. It's a pilot watch. It's very simple. It has like glow in the dark, like numbers, and it's this 10 NATO strap covered with leather on the inside. It's really nice. It's the last watch I had, I wore like for plus 10 years, like straight every day, and now not too long ago this year, I upgraded. I changed my watch, and now I'm wearing this one. Yeah, it's waterproof to like 10 bars, I think. Don't ask me which model number this is. Like a pilot watch, I don't know. It has like I think it has like a crystal glass. Yeah, it's very scratch resistant. So let me put this over here. Yeah, and I carried my trusted Phoenix LD09. This is my second one already. My first one I had like for 3 years, and then I lost it, and then I immediately bought like another one. It's a very simple. It's not like it doesn't have too many lumens. I think it's like 130 or something like that. It has like 3 modes. It starts off with low, and you can go up to 2 more modes, and then it has like SOS mode. So it's extremely simple. It's not very heavy. It's not very big in your pocket. It carries extremely well. I acid washed the clip of mine, and so to not be over reflective and stuff. And yeah, it's extremely reliable. It's not that strong, like I said, but it works fine for me. I have more flashlights that have a lot more output, but I kind of like this one. You know, I've carried it for so long or at least that model, I've carried for so long that yeah, it kind of has become like a routine. You know what I'm saying? So I also carried my Leatherman Wingman today, and it kind of failed on me today because, you know, the Wingman and the Sidekick series from Leatherman, they are usually spring-loaded, but as you can see, the springs kind of, I don't know what happened. I haven't had time to get into there, but they don't work anymore. And yeah, I don't know what the problem is. We will see. Maybe I'll find out tomorrow. Yeah, Leatherman, I think the quality has really gotten down over the years. Like, I know, the Leathermans my dad carried and stuff like that, they seem to be made extremely well, but the new Leathermans, I don't know, they're not too good anymore, I think. Like quality in the steel and quality in general, like kind of has gone down. Also, you can see some of the tools, they don't lock up. You really have to force them to lock up and stuff. I don't know. The blade is nice though on this one. I think it's just like 420 HC, but you know, the shape and everything, it works very well. It's like 6.7 centimeters, yeah, which is 2.5 inches. It's not a big blade. Sometimes serrations become in really handy on multi-tools, at least. I think it's hollow ground. Yeah, it's hollow ground. It's thin behind the edge, a little bit off grind, but you know, it works fine. Oh, the tool is not too heavy. I carried a lot of stuff today actually, but it didn't weigh me down. It's like 200 grams, which is like 7 ounces for a multi-tool. It's not too bad. Comes with a pocket clip. I never carry it in the sheath that it comes with, in a nylon sheath. Yeah, and then I also carried my Voyager XL today. It's just a big, mean folding knife, and I don't know, I really like it. It's one of the coolest cold steel knives I got. it's just, this knife is so awesome. It's so well made. This one is, it's one of the new ones with AUS 10A. And yeah, I really seem to like this one. It's a big knife. This is a really big knife. That's like a 14 centimeter blade length, which is like 5.5 inches. That's a lot. That's a big knife. And yeah, I used it to cut up rose hips today. So I just grabbed the knife back here and then I chopped it from a distance so the thorns wouldn't cut my hand and stuff like that. So it works extremely well for that. I really like the blade shape. You know, it doesn't have a straight edge, you know, like it's not in a straight line, it curves a little bit. So this edge, it curves up to this belly and then it pushes material over it and then it ends up in that fine tip. And if you look, the tip is like, it's in the center line of the handle. Let me get that into focus a little bit better for you. So the tip is in the center line of the handle, so it's really good at piercing stuff. And in combination with that swatch, I mean, this knife just ends up in a really, let me get to it in focus, sorry. It ends up in a really fine, precise tip, which I really like. I don't know about you, but you know, a couple of years ago, what is up with the focus? A couple of years ago, I only wanted like that thick prying tips, but I don't know. Recently, I found out that a fine, precise tip, I don't know, I enjoy it much more, to be honest. It really depends what you do in the end. And you can still pry with like a blade shape like this, or a thin tip blade like this. You just don't pry with this end, you just go up to here and then pry up like so. And in this knife you can use the advantage of the long handle to get some leverage then, and then you can pry. Yeah, it's a cool knife, I really like it. It's like 212 grams, which is like a little bit over 7 ounces. For a knife this big, this is actually quite light. Yeah. I really like the Voyager series. They seem to be a lot better made than the Recon series, in my opinion. Yeah. And as I said, this is the AUS 10A steel version. The Voyager used to be AUS 8, which I have a lot of experience with cold steel AUS 8. I think they always run it a little bit too soft. But to be honest, the propositions of AUS 8 and AUS 10 is not really too different. You know, if you have a look, like the blue one is AUS 8 and the gray one is AUS 10. It's really similar to each other. Like AUS 10 has more carbon in it, so it potentially cuts longer. But I think what they really did was, I heard people say AUS 8 is like 440B and AUS 10 is like 440C. I don't think AUS 10 performs like 440C, but it's just my experience, and it always depends on the heat treatment, geometry, and all that stuff. You know how it goes. Yeah, I think AUS 10 is not really different from AUS 8. They just harden it a little bit different, so they make it harder. But apart from that, I think AUS 10 performs, at least from what I've seen until now, performs a lot like AUS 8. You know, it rolls before it chips, but it does microchip. It patinas very slightly because it's just slightly above that 13% chromium stainless line, and you know, I think it performs a lot like AUS 8. It's just they treated it a little bit different, so they made it a little bit harder, so it doesn't get dull as quickly, which I like. I think it's an improvement. It's a big improvement over the cold steel AUS 8A, which they always ran a little bit too small, in my opinion. Oh, this knife is so much fun. It's well centered. The action is fine out of the box. It's drop shotty. It's a really fun blade. Yeah, I like it. You have a lot of different grip options. So yeah, this one I used quite a bit today. And then for my last, of course I carried a phone. Actually, I didn't carry it too much, but that's also one of my EDC items. And I think I also carried, let me just check. I think I carried my keys around on my keyboard. This one is the green aluminium one. Almost forgot that. A little lanyard on there. Yeah, I like keyboard. It works really well. It's just a key holder for your, for your keys. It works extremely well. I carry this since a lot of years. So, and then I also carried a pocket knife. I actually carried a lot of stuff today. I usually don't carry as much. I usually carry a watch, my keys, my flashlight, and then one knife. And that's it. I don't carry that much usually, but today I kind of did. So the last knife I carried today was this Chebukov Scout. I don't know if you have ever had a Chebukov, but oh, these knives are so good. Like they really are. They are super smooth, very rub-shady. If you don't know what a Chebukov is, Alexander Chebukov is a Russian knife maker, and he has like a small company that makes like mid-tech knives. Like a lot of some parts of their knives are of course machined, but there's a lot of handwork and a lot of attention to detail that goes into their knives, and they are extremely well made. If you're thinking about getting a Chebukov, just do it. They are really expensive, but they are 100% worth it. So this is the Scout, as I said. It's like a 4-inch blade, like 10 centimeters. It's a big knife. It's made with, this one is at least made with titanium handle scales, so full tie. And yeah, extremely drop-shady, as you can see. This is just such a well-made knife. It's extremely thin behind that edge on that high flat grind, and then it has like a very subtle, like a very no-nonsense blade shape. It's like just a regular draw point that works extremely well. Looks a little bit like an aggressive draw point, but it works extremely fine. It's made of Slidinox, the mass steel, so I think you can see that here. Let me just get, sorry, the lighting is not too good here. So it's like, not sure if we can see that. Oh, there it is. So the steel is called Slidinox 1016, I think, yeah. So it's a Damascus steel that has like the alloy ingredients from D2 and 440C, but in my opinion it doesn't behave like either one of these. Some people say it has like the edge retention of CPM 154. So I don't know, I have never had CPM 154, I have no experience with that kind of steel, but it works well. It's a robust steel that holds an edge long enough for me and my uses. They can see the tip. It's not too fine, but it's precise enough. Yeah, I think it has like a 4mm blade thickness, I'm not sure on that. Oh, it cuts extremely well. This is one of the best slicing pocket knives that I ever had. And then it has these brass anodized screws that kind of wear off already on mine, because I've had this since like 2 years or so, almost 2 years I think. Yeah, this brass anodized handle scales. I don't know what that looks to you, but I either think of like Star Wars or like the inside of a watch when I see this handle, this machining on this handle. It's not that loud on this side. There's a pocket clip. It's like titanium and machined. I don't like titanium machined pocket clips. This one works fine, but I usually don't like them. Also titanium screws on this one. Yeah. It's a beautiful knife. It's very light actually. This one is the lighter version. Just let me get my light. As you can see, it's extremely aggressively milled out on the inside. So this, for a 4-inch knife with full titanium, this only weighs like, I think it doesn't even weigh like 120 grams, which is not, it's not even 4 ounces. Very light for the blade. And there's a version that's not milled on the inside. This one is a little bit heavier, but yeah. Extremely cool knife. Has a stainless steel inlay. The lockup is very early. It has moved a little bit since I have got it, I think. I think it started up like at this. Like Chebukovs. Usually, the old Chebukovs, they would come at like that lockup, like extremely early. And now they have been, now they don't do it as early anymore, which I like. Yeah, I hope this lock will probably, you know, just travel to the side a little bit more, which is totally fine. That's how it should be. You know, extremely cool knife. I love it. Yeah, Cherekov. And actually, that's quite interesting. This steel that they use in here, this stainless steel, the Sladinec steel. Slad is like I think it's like a city or a town at the Ural mountains in Russia. And I think in like the 18th century or something like that, like people from Solingen in Germany, like they came to this town and they brought some of the knowledge about steels and Damascus steel with them. And you know, this steel is based on that knowledge from that people, and that's like, I think that's really interesting. That the Russians bring back bladesmithing or knife making traditions that actually originated from Solingen. They now come back, and you know, you can get them again. And it's really interesting how that works. Yeah, Jebelkov knives, you should really keep an eye up on that. They are one of the Russian knife makers, in my opinion, that really set a standard. Very interesting. So yeah, that's it. This is my 2019 Christmas EDC right here on the table. That's a lot of stuff that I carried today, but you know, sometimes it's fun to carry a lot of stuff around. And there are some really good conversation pieces in this EDC this time. And it's always fun to have like knife conversations with non-knife people with knives like this. No, just kidding. My family is totally cool. So yeah, I hope you had a really nice Christmas evening, and hope you could spend some time with your family. And I will now get back to them, and yeah, enjoy the rest of this evening, and yeah, have a nice evening. Merry Christmas to you all. Bye guys.